Hello everyone, this is Alex from Swoosh English. Great to see so many of you in our OET class today. We are on Zoom and we're on Facebook Live as well. If you are watching on Facebook Live, please let us know who you are and where you're from so that we can identify, do we have doctors in the class, do we have nurses in the class, do we have a mix of both? So we can help you as much as possible. Hope you can all hear me. Please let me know in the chat box if you can hear. And we have, let's see who we've got. We've got AR is here. We've got Nassim. We've got Dr. Rizwan. Dr. Rizwan's one of our VIP OET doctors. Great to see you here, Dr. Rizwan. And someone's asked, Alfie's asked, are you covering all 4 modules today? I'll be telling you what we're going to be covering, and this is probably, it's safe to say, probably our most important class yet. So every single week, good to see Dr. Simba and Jasmila. Every single week, we give you our tips classes, we do exercises with you, we do, for example, reading and listening exercises for 2.0, telling you what you need to do to improve your performance in these areas. We'll give you feedback, etc. But this week is even more important than that. And this is something that the A grade students are doing. And I could give you all the tips, all the techniques, all the strategies every single week. But if you don't do the things that I'm going to mention today, then you're going to get a C grade. And I don't want you to get the C grades or the C pluses so that you have to take this exam again and again. I am going to be sharing with you the preparation strategies on how you go about taking this examination first time passing as quickly and as effectively as possible in the least amount of exam attempts. So ideally first time. And I actually posted a message in the OET World Facebook group, which is run by Kumar and Dr. Anupama. And if you're not part of OET World, I put the description in the link. But I actually put a post in there a few days ago to say to students, if you've taken the OET exam 5 times or more, please message me because I want to help one person. And the reason I want to do this is because these people who've taken the OET exam 5 times, these are people who don't have any help from anyone. They're just doing self-study with free materials online, on YouTube and Facebook, etc. And they're finding it really difficult to pass. So I want to share with those kinds of people, and as well as you, all of you today, the preparation strategies that our A and B grade students are using to pass first time. So I'm going to be comparing how a C grade student prepares for OET and how an A grade student prepares for OET. And there are some huge differences. And if you can get these things right, then you are in a fantastic position, like I said before, to pass as quickly and as effectively as possible in the least amount of exam attempts. So I'm going to give you a lot of preparation strategies today, less about tips, because tip strategies and techniques, etc., we've put all of those on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel as well. If you go to our YouTube channel, just type in Swoosh English and reading classes, listening classes, speaking and writing. You'll find all of them on there. We've got hundreds and hundreds of free videos for you on our YouTube channel. But today, like I said, is an even more important class because we're covering what it takes to get an A grade and what it takes to pass as quickly as possible, so you're not spending lots and lots of money on taking this exam many times. So I am excited about the class today. Lots of students are excited as well. We've got Desiri, who's living in Dubai. Sana, Noor says, I'm so excited. That's great. Wided, great to see you, Dr. Wided. I think one of our mock exam students. Hi, Alex, said Novi. Jasmila, awesome. Lots of people. Novi's a nurse from the Philippines. Let's see who we've got on Facebook as well. Please let me know for your examination. Have you got your exam on the 2nd of February, next Saturday? So just over 1 week from now. Have you got it on the 23rd of February? And have you got it in March or even April onwards? Please let us know. Nassim lives in Manchester, which is my home city. Good to see you, Nassim. Lara's from Spain. Hola to you, Lara. No, 23rd of February. Okay, yeah, please let us know. Let's see on Facebook who we've got in the class today. The more you participate, the more you're going to get out of today's session. Romana and Ajitha, a nurse from Saudi. Evelyn, a doctor from the UK. Rana, Dr. Rana from Iraq. Simi Baby's one of our students. Good to see you, Simi. And Sherwin's took the exam 3 times, always failing with the writing task. Hopefully I can give you some preparation tips today, Sherwin. Syed, Dr. Syed, or Dr. Ashraf, sorry. Leah, Mary. We've got Sherby taking the exam February the 23rd. Abby's taking the exam 23rd. Mode 23rd. Okay. So these strategies are perfect for you. You have just less than a month to prepare for your examination. So I am quickly going to get into the preparation techniques today. Like I said, if you want specific techniques on reading, skimming, scanning, reading for detail, gist, etc., or you want listening help or speaking and writing videos, all of those are on our YouTube channel. This, I can guarantee you, is even more important than that, because here you can see, maybe we have this circle that I've just visualized and created. If you have at the bottom a proper foundation, okay, maybe we can call this a cake. If you have the foundation at the bottom, which is the preparation techniques, then this is what you need to then have all the strategies and techniques on the top. So everything on the top, like the icing, the candle, the cherry on top, that's all of the strategies and techniques, okay, particular things that you need for each area. But if you don't have the general English foundation, as well as how you should prepare, then it's not going to work. You're not going to get your B's and your A's. So you can find all the fancy, shiny, beautiful techniques online, like I said, on our YouTube channel. But if you don't prepare effectively, none of that works, okay? I cannot stress that enough, because we always have students saying, please, can you give me reading techniques? Please, can you tell me how to get an A in speaking? I can give you all the techniques, for example, for speaking. I can tell you how you must reassure, the kinds of vocabulary you need to use, empathy, open-ended questions, how to build rapport and build a relationship, develop that relationship with the interlocutor who's playing the role of the patient or the carer. I can give you all of that, active listening skills. I can give you all of these strategies and techniques, but if you don't prepare effectively, you're not going to pass. So this is why this class is probably the most important one we have ever done on our Zoom and Facebook Live channels. So please pay attention. Have you got a pen and paper? Make sure you have a pen and paper to write down these techniques. I can guarantee if you do these things, you will be far more successful than the people who are not doing them, and you're more likely to get your grade A or grade B, whatever your target is. So if you're a doctor, you need 4 Bs in one sitting: reading, writing, listening, speaking. If you're a nurse, you can do 4 Bs across 2 examinations, as long as any of your results don't go below C+ in any of the areas. Okay, but you must have got 4 Bs in reading, writing, listening, speaking across 2 examinations. Okay, so how to prepare today? Is everyone ready? Is everyone ready to find out how they should be preparing to get a grade A or grade B? If you are ready, just type ready in the chat box. Okay, type ready in the chat box and we will get started. So let's see who else we've got on Facebook. Let's see. Sherwin, we've got sample letters, etc. on our, you can look on our YouTube videos. We've been doing writing classes like that before. You can find all on our YouTube videos. Lots of people. Pina says 23rd of February. Mothy, March the 16th. May says 23rd of February. Okay, I've taken OET 4 times. I didn't achieve a grade B in writing as I've studied by myself. Okay, Abby, I'll be giving you preparation techniques today. Nasreem has taken the OET exam once and got a C+. Okay, lots of people saying ready. Mariam, Harpreet, Burhan, Aina, Syed. etc. Okay, great. We're also going to have Dr. Anupama, who is the only teacher that I'm recommending outside of Swoosh, because I know of her fantastic results. She's from the OET World Facebook group, and she's going to be coming in and giving some of her advice very, very soon. So I'll be bringing her into the class. So I think we're all ready. Okay, I'm going to start and I'm going to share my screen. One thing I'll say before I get started, please share today's Facebook Live video and we'll give you our free OET welcome pack that's got lots of free video lesson materials, resources, etc. If you want access to that, this is going to give you the techniques and strategies for reading, writing, listening, speaking. Then all you need to do, step 1, share the Facebook Live video today to your Facebook page. Step 2, right underneath this video, I have shared the OET live class video. Okay, so type underneath, step 2, I have shared the OET live class video. We want to share this video, this free lesson, with as many people who need this as possible. So like I said before, we can help them to pass quicker and not need to spend lots and lots of money on taking the exam again and again and again. Okay, we love hearing your results. We love hearing your B's and your A's, and you say, thank you so much, Swoosh English, your lessons helped me, and now I'm able to achieve my dream of becoming a doctor or nurse in the UK, Australia. That's what we want. We don't want you taking the exam 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. There's a guy who emailed me 3 days ago who said he's taken the exam 19 times. 19 times, that's nearly 10,000 US dollars. I don't want to hear that, everyone. I want to give you the preparation techniques today. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing my screen now. Okay, so here you can see, and I'm going to go in detail on every single one. Hopefully you can see my screen okay. Okay, so we always recommend people to watch on a laptop or PC if they can. So I'm going to start with what a grade C, C+ student does, and then I'm going to compare them to grade A students and tell you in detail what the difference is. So today is all about how grade A students prepare for the OET exam compared to grade C and C+ students, because there are some huge, huge differences, okay? And I'll tell you why each of these points are important. And so you can see how bullet point 1 under the grade C student compares to bullet point 1 of the grade A student, and so on and so forth. And I'll tell you, because we've been doing OET for a long time now, we've had hundreds and hundreds of passes, and we're constantly looking at what it is that grade A students are doing that is different to the students who are doing who are getting grade C's and C pluses many, many times. So consistency in learning. Grade A students are so consistent. They are preparing every single day, even when they don't want to prepare, even when they don't want to learn. They've come home from a 12-hour shift at hospital. And let me know in the chat box, are you doing 12-hour shifts and you come home from work and you're tired and you're frustrated and I want to watch Netflix, I want to watch YouTube, I don't want to study. If you are that kind of person, let me know in the chat box. This is completely normal, this feeling. But the grade A students are the ones who are consistently preparing every single day. On their lunch breaks, they are eating food with one hand and they've got a book in the other, or eating food in one hand and they're looking at their mobile phone on a YouTube video, or they're going through a video course like we have here at Swoosh English, or they're looking in the Facebook groups for help. All of that kind of thing. They're practicing mock exam materials on their phone whilst they're eating their food. So when people say I'm on a 12-hour shift at the hospital and I don't have time to study, this is not true. This is just an excuse, because our grade A students are doing that. They are fitting in time. If they have that 12-hour shift, they're fitting in time in the day to study. This is so, so important. And the other thing I'll say is students who are trying to do 5 hours of study in one go without a break will not be able to process that information as well as someone who does blocks of time. So someone might do 30 minutes study in the morning before work, 30 minutes at lunchtime study when they're eating their food, 30 minutes when they get home from work after they've had a shower and they've eaten some food, they do that. And the other thing as well is we've had grade A students who've got families, who've got children, and they still get those high scores and pass first time. So don't use the excuse that you've got children, you've got your 12-hour shift, you can't do all of this work. Yes, you can. We believe in you. We know you can pass this exam. You just have to be organized and put those blocks of time in your day. If you are doing that right now, then please let me know in the chat box. Tell me what your study schedule is, okay? Tell me what your study schedule is. Let me know, are you preparing once a week, twice a week, 4 times a week, 7 days a week? Let me know. We always recommend 6 days a week with 1 day rest. So if you're preparing 6 days a week and you're doing it months in advance, then you are so much more likely to pass first time compared to the students who are just doing once a week. Okay, and I always use this example. You've got 2 students. You've got situation A and situation B. So situation 1, situation 2. Situation 1 is a student is doing 7 hours of study on Saturdays. 7 hours. Okay, morning till evening or morning till the afternoon. And then they don't do any study on the other 6 days. Okay, so they do study on a Saturday, then they don't do any study from Sunday to Friday. And then you've got situation 2 is someone who does 1 hour per day, 7 days a week. So 1 hour on Monday, 1 hour on Tuesday, 1 hour on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Which is the best way to prepare? Is it situation 1 or situation 2? And tell me why. Please let me know in the chat box. Situation 1, situation 2. Let me know. Let's see what answers we've got. Okay, please let me know in the chat box. Fuja, situation 2. Amina, situation 2. Let's see what else people are saying on Facebook. Whilst this is also a big recommendation for you. You can see I've got a huge jug of lime water. Highly recommend this. Great for hydration. Okay, situation 2, Abdullah, Sunitha, Mode. Okay, yes, Mothi prepares after her duty. Situation 2. Why is situation 2 better? Can you let me know why is situation 2 better? To put it in small chunks every day instead of a huge chunk at once. Okay, and this is all about what it means to be consistent. Consistent means doing things regularly, doing them day by day, not doing it once a week this week and then 3 times a week next week and then once a week the week after, and then it's not the same, it's not regular. Okay, if you're going to do 6 days a week, do 6 days a week every single week. Okay, so you get into that habit of doing it. It's a good habit. The way that you are consistent with brushing your teeth every morning, the way you are consistent with having a shower or a bath every day, all of those things you need to be, everyone does it. Everyone is consistent with those things, brushing their teeth, etc. But a lot of people are not consistent with study. Maybe some people find it boring. Maybe some people find it frustrating, lonely, all of those things. And some of the things I'll mention later on will help you with this to make sure that what you're doing is interesting and it is going to keep you doing that consistent study. So lots of people saying situation 2 because it's consistent with the module. Not sure what you mean by that, but definitely situation 2, doing an hour per day. An hour per day, maybe you do 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening, or 30 minutes at lunchtime, 30 minutes in the evening. If you do that kind of consistent small chunks of study, you are much more likely to be successful. That's what our grade A students are doing regularly. Can I get a promise from everyone in this Zoom class on Facebook Live that you will be consistent with your study when you have put a study plan together? And I'll talk about that in a minute. That's point number 2. When you put a study plan together, be consistent with it. Don't say to yourself, I'm going to do 6 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week for 2 months, and you have a 12-hour shift. You're not going to be able to commit to that. You won't be able to keep that up every day. That's really hard. That's 18 hours a day. which means that you only have 6 hours sleep in the evenings. So don't be so ambitious with your plan. Okay, don't be so ambitious. Keep it in smaller chunks, but make sure you can commit to it on a day-to-day basis. This is the same for anything, by the way. This is the same for going to the gym and losing weight, doing exercise. This is the same with eating healthily. This is the same with many things. Okay, you need to be consistent, but don't be too ambitious with your targets. Keep it so that you can commit to it every single day. So the grade C, C+ students, they do not have consistency in their learning. They might study once a week. They might study, twice a week for a few weeks, and then on exam week they do 12 hours a day, 6-7 days before their exam. They get really, really scared and frustrated and annoyed, and they say, okay, I only have 5 days, 6 days left for my exam. I'm going to do 12 hours a day. And they're drinking Red Bull, drinking energy drinks. They have 2 hours sleep in the evenings. They're getting more and more scared, more negative about their exam. They think to themselves, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail. They do all of those things, and then they go into the exam scared, and then they don't get the grade B. They get C's, C+, or sometimes D's. Okay, if you've done this before, let me know in the chat box. If this mistake you've made before, you left your preparation to the last minute and you just did some self-study on YouTube and you didn't pass, okay? You were in this negative mindset. Lots of people saying, I promise. No, says, I promise. Keep your study consistent day by day, okay? Very, very important. So that's the first point. Be consistent. We've got lots of people saying they promise. Excellent. Okay. Next thing is about being organized. Oh, we've got lots of people saying, I promise. Ajitha, I promise to be consistent. Juliet, I'll be consistent in my studies. Daria, it's a great idea to be consistent. Yet, Sherby says situation 2 can help to retain more information. Absolutely. Okay. Second point is grade C, C+ students are not organized. They study when they feel like it. So they come home from their 12-hour shift and they say, I don't feel like it today. They don't have a plan in place anyway, so they don't have any study plan, nothing whatsoever. They might watch a YouTube video for an hour when they are relaxing at the weekends, but they come home from work Monday to Friday. They don't want to do any study because they're tired. But the grade A students are the ones who they've written a study plan before they start their preparation, and they have it on their wall. Maybe they put it on their wall in the background. They put it on the bathroom mirror, where they can see it on their fridge every single day. They have this study plan. Maybe you can print it 4 or 5 copies and put it in different parts of your home, and you'll be able to see your study plan every day. Set a reminder on your mobile phone for you to study. Maybe have an alarm on your phone every single morning or every single lunchtime or evening as a reminder. You've got your study plan written down. Maybe on every Monday you do 30 minutes of reading practice. Every evening on Mondays you have, you review your answers, and you can set reminders in your mobile phone to do this. And every time the alarm goes off, then you have to stop what you are doing, watching Netflix, TV, playing games, whatever it is, and you have to do that work. Every time the alarm goes off, you do that work. I can't tell you how amazing these strategies have been, these preparation strategies have been for our grade A and grade B students. They are doing these things and they're getting the results. So I want to see all of you doing this as well. So have a study plan in place. And set aside, if you're going to do 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday or Tuesday to Sunday, decide what you're going to do in each block of time. If you have 2 blocks of time per day, morning, evening, decide what you're doing in the morning Mondays, decide what you're doing in the evening Mondays, and then you can decide what is important for each of those blocks of time. Now, you may have taken the exam before and you got maybe 2 B's in reading and listening, but you got a C+ in speaking and a C+ in writing. That means you'll need to spend more time on speaking and writing. So you can decide based on your weaknesses how much time you put on speaking, how much time you put on writing compared to the other modules. So you might want to have more time for speaking and writing and less time for reading and listening. But it's still important to prepare for all 4 modules, okay, even though you've passed 2 of them, for example. So you need to you need to personalize your study plan for you based on your needs. Some students are better at speaking, some students are better at reading, etc. So you must have a study plan. Can you let me know in the chat box if you have a study plan right now? Say, yes, I have a study plan. Yes, I have a study plan. No, I don't have a study plan. And be honest right now. Yes, I have a study plan. No, I don't have a study plan. Let me know. I want to read your comments and give you as much help as possible. Okay, Shrinath says, yes, I have a study plan. Faisal, yes. Nassim, no. No. Desiree, no. Novi, yes. Rekha, yes. Fuja, no. Nora, no. Christine, Jasmine, Jyothi, yes. Lara, no. Okay, Amina, yes. Aya, no, I don't have a study plan. Really important. Okay, I'm so glad you're honest as well. The fact that you don't have a study plan. Let's see who else we've got. Juliet, no, I don't have a study plan. Abby, yes. Alan May, yes. Mothi, yes. Eram, yes. Jonathan, no. Shelley, no. Gul, no. For all those people who are saying no, can I get a promise that you're going to put a study plan together? Okay, say, I am going to prepare a study plan and make that promise. If you write it down, I promise, then you are more likely to do it, okay? And I want to get your messages after your examination results when you've passed and say, thank you so much, Alex, for telling me to get a study plan together. I put that together and now I got my pass. Thank you so much. I'm now able to achieve my dreams of becoming a doctor or nurse. That is what is really, really important. Lots of people saying, I promise. Juliet. Sherby says, to be honest, I want to have a study plan, but I don't know how to do it. You can look at examples online. We help our VIP students by giving them a study plan. And if you are a VIP student, you don't have a study plan right now, if you're one of our Swoosh English paying students and you don't have a study plan, then email me and I will get that sorted for you, alex@swooshenglish.com. I'm going to prepare a study plan, I promise, said Maud. Neelam, Daria, all saying, I promise, I promise. Remember, when you make a promise and you write it down, you have to commit to that promise, okay? You have to commit to that promise. The only person who will know that you've not done it is yourself. So make sure you do that and you will be more likely to get your target score, B or A. So that's the second thing, the study plan. So first thing, be consistent in your learning. Make sure you do that study every single day. I recommend 1 day off just to rest, relax with your family and friends, but do 6 days a week. Smaller chunks rather than big chunks. Next one, number 2, is a study plan. Make sure you have that study plan and make sure you commit to it. Okay, if you commit to it, you'll start to see better results, especially if you've taken the exam before. But it's also for people who've not taken the exam before. Maybe they've just taken the IELTS exam. Maybe you are a person like that who's watching right now. So those are the first 2 points. The third point is so important, so important. I see students, so many grade C, C+ students who follow so many teachers online, okay? They're following so many teachers. There's different teachers with different videos on OET, writing, reading, speaking, listening. There's lots of teachers on YouTube and Facebook. There's good teachers and there's bad teachers, everyone. Good teachers and bad teachers. You need to be following ideally 1 teacher, okay, 2 maximum, but I would be ideally recommending you to follow 1 teacher. So if you're just following free materials, then I would tell you to follow 1 channel that you know is getting students results. Okay, it doesn't have to be Swoosh English, but of course I would recommend my own school. But even if you find another teacher or another YouTube channel or another website or another teacher you're having lessons with, follow one teacher. Okay, if it's online classes, if it's face-to-face classes, whoever it might be, because the reason is, and this is the mistake that lots of grade C, C+ students make, is when you're following so many teachers, it becomes confusing, it becomes overwhelming, because they're giving you different information. This teacher says if you do this, you'll get a grade A. This teacher says if you do that, you'll get a grade A or grade B. So many teachers are giving different kinds of advice, and there's no one best way of doing anything. There's always variations, there's always differences. You might get confused if they're teaching the classes in English, okay, because obviously some teachers are teaching OET in their native language, whether it's Hindi, whether it's, you know, whatever the language it might be, Tagalog if you're in the Philippines, whatever. But follow one teacher, because it becomes less confusing, you have more clarity, you're clear on what the steps are. But make sure you find out in advance, use your due diligence, find out, have students passed with this teacher? Are they getting the results? Okay, if you're seeing a lot of bad reviews, you know, bad ratings from students on these teachers or websites or schools or channels, then, you know, be careful, because there's a lot of students out there who are falling victim to scams. These teachers don't have any experience in helping students to pass, and these students pay a lot of money and then they don't get the results that they're looking for. So whether you're going for a paid course or you're going for following free materials, follow one teacher, one school, or one channel, YouTube channel or Facebook page, whatever. It becomes so much it becomes a lot more effective for you if you're just following one teacher. You do not become confused and overwhelmed. We are living in 2019, the information age. Information is, a lot of it is free now, okay? A lot of it is free. There's so much information out there, thousands of hours of videos on OET, etc. It can become a little bit too much, and you become so overwhelmed, you don't know how to process this information. That's why a lot of paid students are buying courses at Swoosh and other schools out there, because we help with implementation. It's okay to have the information, but how do you implement it? How do you get practice? How do you get feedback? How do you get corrections on your speaking and your writing and things like that? That's where a teacher can help you. But follow one teacher is my advice. Now, what I want you to do in the chat box, I want you to tell me and be honest. Are you following one teacher? You don't need to name the school or name the teacher, etc. But are you following one teacher right now, or are you following many schools? So in the chat box, I want you to say one teacher, or I want you to say many teachers. Okay, one teacher or many teachers. Please let me know in the chat box. One teacher or many teachers. Let's see what people are saying. Yep, Sherby says, as I can see, YouTube teachers have different ways and strategies in OET teaching, which confuses students who to follow. Absolutely, Sherby. Yes, I agree. Like I said, there's good teachers and there's bad teachers, unfortunately. Let's see what people are saying on Zoom. I'm following one main teacher, says AI, which is good. Okay, Nora, one teacher, several teachers, said Joseph, that's not a good idea. Two teachers, Novi, many teachers, said Simbarashi, not a good idea. Vinu, but thanks for your honesty. Vinu 1, Brandina 2, I don't follow any. Well, you're following me now because you're in our class. Nassim, one teacher. Rita said only Swoosh teachers. Thank you, Rita. One of our VIP students. Rekha, one teacher. Faisal, one teacher. Okay. I'm an IELTS sufferer, said no. Okay. Okay, interesting. So good to see that people can see the difference between what it's like to have one teacher and what it's like to have many teachers. Is you get more clarity, you become more clear on what you need to do, and you can focus on the strategies that one teacher has used to help students to pass. Really important. So that's the 3 things so far. Be consistent with your learning, have a study plan, and follow one teacher who has proven experience in helping students to get results. Don't think just because it's free material, okay, I'll download it, I'll watch it. It's better to have the discipline to say, okay, I can see this is free, but I'm not going to take it because I'm following one teacher. Okay. The next one, which is so helpful, and it doesn't cost anything. It's completely free, $0 it costs, is to have a study partner. Okay, have a study partner. Grade A students, they rely on their study partners, but also it's important to have a good study partner, because of course, if your level is this and your partner's level is that, there's a huge difference between the two, and it's not going to help you. But what a study partner can do, and I'll tell you the difference between why it's good to have a study partner versus not having a study partner. If you think about, well, I'll talk about the problem first. If you don't have a study partner, OET can be a frustrating process. You know, especially if you've taken the exam many times, it can be frustrating because you're by yourself, it's lonely, you don't have anyone to speak to, you have no one to practice your OET speaking with, because a role play is what you need to do in your exam. You've got 2 role plays for speaking, for example. You don't have anyone and you're just speaking to the wall, you know, that person cannot give you feedback, you can't practice, you can't do a role play by yourself, okay? The wall can't play the role of the interlocutor, and you're playing the role of the nurse or the doctor. They don't speak back. So you need someone to practice with, okay? Don't go into the exam with no speaking practice. So a study partner can help with that. If you don't have a study partner, it's going to be difficult to get your score unless you have an excellent level of English, which is like, you know, an 8 or a 9 in IELTS or an A in OET. Maybe your general English is very good. However, with OET, you're still assessed on your communication skills as well. So things like active listening, relationship building, empathy and rapport, all that kind of thing is really important to, not just your general level of English. But a study partner, why you should have a study partner is that they can also motivate, support you as well, because some days you'll be feeling really energized and motivated to study, and some days you feel like giving up and you want to quit. They can help you on those low days. They can help you and support you and say, don't give up. We're here to help you, support you, etc. You can get on a call with them on Skype, or, you know, if you're in the same country, you can exchange phone numbers, exchange emails, WhatsApp, voice calls. You can do something on Zoom like we're doing right now. You can record your sessions together to help each other. They, like I said, they can give you feedback and support on your speaking. They can tell you what answers why you're answering the reading and listening questions incorrectly. They can give you some support on your writing. All of these things they can help you with. So if you have a study partner, it can be hugely beneficial. And on our Swoosh English VIP programs, we partner every student. Every student gets a study partner on our programs, okay? And if you've just joined our Swoosh VIP package in the last couple of days and you don't have a study partner, then post in the VIP Facebook group, or you can send us an email and we'll match you with a study partner. But every student needs to have a study partner in our experience, because that's what the grade A students are doing. They have a study partner, but they also have a teacher as well, because a study partner doesn't replace a teacher. Okay, a study partner is something that you need to have as well as a teacher. Okay, study partner and teacher together creates a winning formula, a winning combination. So you need both of them, is our experience of what grade A students are getting, are benefiting from and using. So let me know in the chat box, yes, I have a study partner. No, I don't have a study partner. Let me know in the chat box. Yes, I have a study partner. No, I don't. Okay, let me know in the chat box. Nazreen said, I only follow Swoosh English only. Okay, thank you very much, Nazreen. I appreciate that. Lots of people replying. So yes, I do have a study partner. No, I don't have a study partner. Okay, this is really important, especially if you've got your examination coming up. Very important. Okay, so as I mentioned before, if you're not part of OET World, please make sure you join them. It's a free Facebook group. They help and support students a lot. If Kumar, if you're watching from OET World, make sure you put the link in the chat box. If anyone wants to join and they're not part of OET World, let us know. Okay, so let's see what answers people are giving in the chat box. Okay, let's have a see. Ophelia, yes, I have a study partner. That's because you're one of our VIP package students, Ophelia. Rita as well, same for you. Faisal, no. AR, no. Srinath, yes, I have one. See who else? Christine, no. Jasmine, yes. Letitia, no. Brandina, no. Minnie, Nora. Islam, no. Brandina. Lara said, my study partner is an American doctor friend, but I don't know if it's a good idea. Yeah, definitely it's a good idea. They're a native speaker, so they can give you feedback as well on your grammar mistakes and all that kind of thing. No, I don't, said Islam. No, said Seema. And Kumar has posted his Facebook OET World link in the chat box, so make sure you join that if you want to join OET World. I have a study partner, but it's not really good at responding to my questions. Okay, but make sure that you are also helping your study partner, Sherby. It's two-way. You help them and they help you, not just they help you. Give me help. Because why should they just give you help if you're not willing to give them help back? So it's a two-way process, really important. How can you help them and how can they help you? So it's a mutually beneficial relationship. Maybe you're really good at speaking and you got a B last time, but you failed in reading. Maybe they passed in reading and got a B last time, but they failed in speaking. Well, you're good at speaking, so you can help them, and they're good at reading, so they can help you. So it works both ways. It's a two-way relationship, okay? So make sure you help each other. That's what doctors and nurses do. They help sick patients like all of you doing your jobs, but also relate this to your English as well. How can you help someone else so that they can help you? You know, you give love out and you get love back, okay? In terms of giving support and guidance and help to your study partner, and they give that back to you. Really, really important. Okay, so I'm going to move on, but make sure you promise as well. Another promise that you're going to get a study partner who's on a similar kind of level, okay, to you. Very important, and preferably it's better if someone has got a strength in an area that you've got a weakness in, okay? A strength in an area that you are good in, that they have got, that you have not got. Very important. Next one, no study partner, sorry, we've covered that one. Free materials, okay, and a paid course. I'm going to bring Dr. Anu Palmer in to talk about the difference that she is seeing with this as well, because OET World are helping a lot of students with free support, etc. But then you see that not just having that is not enough for most students, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So free materials is something that grade C and C plus students are relying heavily on, and let's see if I can bring in Dr. Anu Palmer from OET World. Okay. Okay, see if I can bring her in. So when you can see this message, when you're inside Dr. Anu Palmer, just let me know. Just turn on your. Let's see if I can bring it on your video, because this will be really good advice for students who are finding it difficult right now in deciding whether they should just go ahead with free materials or whether they should go ahead with a course from a teacher. Let's see if I can bring. Okay, you should be able to turn on your video now. That was Anu Palmer. But anyway, while we're waiting for her to come in, basically, what I would say is grade C, C plus students, they are relying heavily on free materials. And you can pass with free materials. Okay, I'm not saying you can't do that, but in my experience, and I was talking about this in OET World the other day, there's a minority of students who are passing with only free materials. So it is possible, but it's not going to happen for you if you don't already have an excellent level of English. If you already have an excellent level of English, your grammar is good, vocabulary, your communication skills, you're practicing speaking and writing, on a daily basis. Maybe you might have had a teacher many years ago who was a native teacher from America or the UK or whatever, and you had all of that and you're at an excellent level of English already, then perhaps you can pass just by knowing the exam strategies and going through a few exercises and things like that, maybe a few weeks before the exam. But the thing is, some students are posting in Facebook groups that they've passed with just a few weeks practice because they've already got an excellent level of English. So everybody else sees, wow, that person only did self-study with free materials. I can pass by myself as well. And the difference is that person had an excellent level of English and you do not. Okay, but it's easy to get into this idea that it's going to happen for you because it happened for them. And the majority of students who only go through with free materials have to take the exam many, many times. So they've taken the exam, 3, 4, 5 times, and that's costing, $500 for every single exam. So if you're taking it 3 times, that's $1,500 US. That's a lot of money. $2,000 if you do 4 exams. Annie Palmer is laughing when I say that because it's true. It's so true. But if you go ahead and take a paid course with someone, you are much more likely to see the improvements. And that's what grade A and grade B students do. They get a paid course. So whether you find a teacher in your hometown who's got good experience, you find a website, choose Dr. Annie Palmer. If you're in India or you choose Swoosh English, whoever you choose, find a paid course. Because if you take a paid course and you say, for example, you pay, I don't know, $100, $200 or whatever it is for a paid course, and you take the exam once, that means you've spent $500 on the exam, which you have to pay anyway, $200 on a paid course, that's $700. But if you do what a lot of C grade students do, is they use free materials. So they take the exam once, $500, but they paid 0 on paid materials. They don't pass, then they have to take the exam again. That's $1,000 now, 2 exams. And they've still not paid for materials. And then they have to take the exam again 3 times because they didn't pass on their second attempt. So now they've spent $1,500 on material on the exam and 0 on materials. So if you've taken the exam 3 times, that's $1,500 compared to the other situation is you took the exam once and you bought a $200 course, that's $700. Which one would you rather pay, $1,500 or $700? Which one would you rather do, A or B? So situation A is you pay for 3 exams, $1,500, or even 2 exams, $1,000, or you do situation B, you pay for 1 course, $200, and 1 exam, $500. Which one would you rather do? Because there's a lot of people out there saying, I can't afford to buy a course, I can't afford to pay for a teacher, etc. But you cannot. But if you say you can't afford that, then how can you afford 3 examinations? So you really have to weigh up whether this is the right thing for you to do. Now, I'm not saying you have to follow my advice. I'm just saying this is what we've seen from our grade A and grade B students, is that they get a paid course because most students are failing, especially in writing. So how do you know how to improve your writing if you don't get feedback from a qualified teacher? Okay, it's really important because I don't want to see students taking the exam many times, especially as I told you all about a student who took the exam 19 times. That's nearly $10,000 who emailed me a few days ago. I don't want to see those kinds of situations. So that's really important. Annie Palmer, if you can just unmute your microphone. Let me unmute it for you. Dr. Annie Palmer, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Very good, very good. Just wondering, what are you these tips that I've shown for grade A students, is this what you're seeing them do as well, or is it something different?
Well, this is exactly what they should follow, because consistency is definitely needed. I've seen that people will be working for a few days and then maybe they have some work at the university or the or place where they are working. And then when they return back to the studies again, they might have forgotten everything. Then they have to
Mm,
start from zero. So
mm,
consistency is very, very important. You have to put it, even if it's like 2 hours, keep that 2 hours daily.
mm. Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
rest of
What?
the things, yeah, exactly what like you told. That are the best things a student should follow to get a B or even an E.
Okay. So do your students follow things like a study plan? Do they have a study partner? All of that? Do they are they just following your lessons, etc.?
Well, yes, they do have partners. We were giving them like groups so that they can partner with themselves.
Yeah, yeah, that's really important. So, like, obviously, everything that Anupam is saying and everything I'm saying, it's the same. Okay, that's what the grade A and grade B students are doing. So that's why I told you at the beginning of the class, this is probably the most important class that we've ever done because we are giving you the secrets of all of the hundreds of students that have gone through that we've helped, but all the students that Anupam is helping, and these are the results that they're getting. So we want you to be in the grade A student category, not the grade C plus student category. What are you noticing as well? Any extra things that I've not written down, Anupama, that you're seeing students, the grade A and grade B students doing? Because I know you've got a lot of grade A and grade B students who've passed from your courses. What are you seeing that they are doing that the grade C plus students are not doing?
Well, what I've seen and understood is that they believe in quality and not in quantity. Writing
Mm.
hundreds of letters which are not up to the mark will not help, but 10 letters, which is very good, is better than 100 letters.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I actually did a video about that in our VIP Facebook group the other day, that students think if they write hundreds and hundreds of letters, they're more likely to go from a C to a B or C plus to a B or an A. And it's all about the quality, about really looking at the corrections that your teacher has made and seeing how you can improve that score for next time to then take it up to the next level. So really important that you are understanding how this quality versus quantity concept. So yeah, really, really important. Thank you so much, Anupama, for coming in. I will be mentioning how if you're, for example, if you're a student in India or if you're looking for some cheap and affordable classes with someone who has got proven experience, then I'll give Anupama's contact details later. Thank you very much, Anupama. Is there any other last minute tips you want to give to students who are taking their exam in February or even March or any time that for that matter?
Oh, yeah, the same thing. Because if you continue to write too much of letters, at the end, you may become a bit of your writing may become a more of robotic. You won't be actually writing it. That will
Yeah,
be more harmful. Just
yeah,
don't overdo it, but be consistent, be regular. And all the
yeah.
best to everyone.
Thank you very much, Anupama. Yeah, absolutely right about that, about not being robotic with your writing, not really expecting to follow the same template for every single letter, because the OET examiners are looking out for that kind of thing and they will spot that, okay? They will spot if you're trying to memorize a certain structure because it is robotic and it's not natural and it's not how a doctor or nurse would write a referral letter or discharge letter or what that might be. So very important. Okay, let's see what people have put in the chat box, which was the situation A or situation B. I live in Toronto, Canada, and I have to take 5 hours, a 5 hour flight to Vancouver. It's cost me $500 as well, and all my accommodation, and the exam fee. It's definitely a lot. Absolutely, you're right. Yeah, and I don't know what your name is because it's a Samsung Galaxy, but yeah, you're absolutely right. And this is something that you really need to be careful with. Novi, that's right, and that's my struggle right now. I took a paid course without writing assessments. Yeah, you need to have some writing assessments, Novi. Okay, is anyone who's strong in reading? Please give me an idea. I mean, that's Rita. That's another time for another conversation. Definitely, you can ask in our VIP group with help with that. Oh, Fazana, yeah, you're absolutely right, Fazana. Let's see what people are saying on Facebook as well. Hopefully these tips are helping you so far today. Situation B, absolutely. We want to make sure that you're not paying for this exam many times. Romy said, I paid for the exam 3 times for online classes, but every time I didn't get good quality materials. Yeah, that's why you need to make sure that the school or the teacher that you choose has a lot of experience in helping students to pass, to get grade A's and grade B's. That's really important. Okay, Lara says, I don't know how much I've paid. So it sounds like you've paid a lot, Lara, if you've taken the exam many times, etc. But that's why we want to say, go for situation A, choose a paid course, okay, from one of the teachers out there, whether it's website, a teacher in your town, whether it's Swoosh, whether it's Anupam, or whoever that might be, and then focus on using all of their resources. Get writing support, get speaking support, reading and listening, mock exam materials. We provide all that at Swoosh, but some other schools do that as well. So follow their paid course materials, get the feedback that you need from a teacher who's got a lot of experience in helping students to pass. And I'm telling you, you will have a lot more success than students who just focus on free materials and WhatsApp and Facebook groups, etc. So next one. Okay, they book the exam and they're desperate to pass. Okay, because they are desperate to pass, they book the exam too quickly. So I'm going to run through these as quick as possible. Okay, book the exam too quickly, desperate to pass. Yes, when you are desperate, you do things that don't have a lot of logic. So you think, I need to get my dream job in the UK as soon as possible. They book the exam before they're ready. Okay, how do you know if you're ready if you don't have feedback from a teacher? You've not done any mock exams on benchmark exams or anything like that. If you do all of that, then you're not going to be successful. You're not going to be getting your B's and A's because you're not prepared, you're not ready, you've not had the practice, you've not had the feedback in order to pass. And that's why these students who are booking the exam immediately, that's why they're not passing, and that's why they have to keep paying $500 again. Grade A students, they give themselves sufficient exam preparation. They give themselves enough time. Okay, they don't put themselves under pressure. They're able to have a consistent study plan and getting all that teacher support, and which enables them to go into the exam feeling motivated and positive. Okay, so if you booked your exam too quickly because you were desperate to pass and you didn't get the scores that you were looking for, please let me know in the chat box if you've made this mistake before. If you have made this mistake, don't worry. You can always learn from these mistakes and you can make sure that you don't do that next time. Okay, it's so important to learn from our mistakes instead of doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result. So let me know in the chat box if you've done that. But the grade A and grade B students, like I said, they give themselves enough time, enough support that they can get from their teacher in order to pass. Another thing grade C, C+ students do is they don't have mock exam practice. They don't get feedback, especially on speaking and writing. Here at Swoosh, we do weekly speaking mock exam classes to help support our students, give them feedback, tell them what scores we think they're at and how they can improve their performance. That's what the grade A and grade B students do. They're getting that detailed feedback and they're getting that real practice, okay? Very important. And if you're one of our VIP students and you've benefited from that, let me know in the chat box and how it's helped you to improve your speaking performance, even your writing. Anupam and I were talking about writing before. Getting that feedback for writing is really important. Where's your grammar mistakes? Where's your structure mistakes? Vocabulary. Are you not selecting the case notes correctly from the case notes provided? You know, are you including too much information in your letter? Are you writing way too much? Whatever that might be, you will get the feedback if you do these mock exams, and that's why it's good to pay a teacher. Okay, a lot of students are just posting their letters in the Facebook groups and saying, please mark my letters, but a lot of students are also struggling in this area as well. They might not know how to give feedback. That's why a teacher is better. So again, if you've not had a mock exam before, let me know in the chat box. But if you have had a mock exam and detailed feedback and it benefited you, again, please let me know in the chat box. So I'm running through these a bit quicker. Like I said before, I've said this before, you know, grade C plus students don't have any teachers. They're just focusing on free materials online. But again, a grade A, grade B student has a teacher to correct their all 4 areas, but especially speaking and writing. The last one is grade C plus students only want to use OET practice materials. They say, I need mock exams. They're sharing free materials online that different teachers have made. And again, this goes back to learning from too many teachers. They only want OET exam materials, practice materials. But the grade A students, they use both OET practice materials and non-OET practice materials. So there are medical podcasts on the Apple Store. They're on Google Android. If you've got a Google phone, they've got all different the podcast channels you can find. There's medical podcasts of doctors and nurses speaking to patients, different role plays you can watch and listen to. There's YouTube videos that are not related to OET. There's documentaries. There's programs in the UK. One's called Casualty. There's one called Holby City. There's one called 24 Hours in A&E. There's lots of hospital programs you can watch to see the communication between doctors and nurses and patients. All of these other kinds of materials you can use. You can use general English materials to improve your grammar and vocabulary. You can use the British Medical Journal, the American Medical Journal. You can use the ABC newsletter. All of these are really good resources that are not OET materials. So you need to use both OET materials and non-OET materials. And that is a winning combination if you can do that. Now, I want to know in the chat box are you only using OET practice materials, or do you have a combination of the two? Please let me know in the chat box, because that's what the grade A and grade B students are doing. And also, while you're putting your results in, whether it's you're using OET practice materials only or a combination of both, make sure you share this OET live class video. We'll give you our free OET welcome pack with lots of video course materials. You can get access to that if you share the video. So step 1, share the video on Facebook. And step 2, right underneath the video, I have shared the OET live class video. So I have shared the OET live class video. TED Talks are very good, Morthy. I definitely recommend you to watch them. Those are good for lectures. Yeah, very good. These speeches are very good. So just Google TED Talks. TED Talks on Google. Yeah, TED Talks are good, as Kumar said. Yeah, so combination of the two. Lots of people saying situation B, very good. Combination of both, said Pankaj. Goal says only OET. Yeah, this is what grade C students do goal, so make sure you don't follow those mistakes. Combination said Novi. OET and IELTS, said Lara. No, I wouldn't follow the IELTS materials because you can start getting confused on the exam formats, etc. I used to watch podcasts, Jyothi. Well, I would recommend you to start. I would recommend you to start doing them again. No mock exams, said Jyothi. Noah says, if I get OET live classes with, I'm guessing with Suraj, am I going to receive a study plan? That's something that we are going to do, yes. How can I pay for that? Kindly remind me, Jyothi. I will let you know soon. If anyone's got their exam in February, then I'm going to let you know very soon about one of our paid intensive courses. I'll only be talking about it for a couple of minutes. So if you're only here for the free advice, then that's no problem, that's fine. But we always get people asking, have we got any paid courses? So I'll briefly mention it to you, but I won't be doing a sell. I'll just quickly mention it to you because I know some students don't like that. Jyothi, my exam's on March the 16th. Okay. No, I'm only using IELTS grammar from Cambridge and OET. Okay, so lots of people saying combination of the two. Okay, so think that's pretty much all of the tips I've got for you today. What I want to mention, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second. I want to see who can remember all of the tips that I mentioned today. So can we remember the tips? Please let me know in the chat box. I want to test you to see whether you were listening carefully or whether you were writing down notes. Okay, whether you were writing down notes or you're trying to remember everything in your head. I always tell people to write down the notes. Please tell me what the tips were that you can remember from today, what a grade A student does. Please remember. Yep, Jyothi, a single teacher to follow. Yep, what else? Please let me know in the chat box if you can remember. Study plan, study consistently, said Fazana. Study plan, follow one teacher, have a study partner, Letitia. May Sodusta, you won our competition last week. Did you get our email with your competition prize, May? Please let me know. It's very exciting that you're on this class. So May took part in our OET competition last week, and she won our $299 OET mock exam package with all of our reading and listening materials and all of our video courses and our benchmark exam. Meso Duster, very important, please message on Zoom because I've just recognized your name. Please let me know you got our email because we gave you all of the details. Yes, I received the email. Thank you. You're very welcome. Are you happy that you won? You don't seem so happy. I hope you're excited as excited as I am that you won the competition because we had 460 students take part in the competition and you were one of the 2 lucky ones. Yes, I am very happy. Okay, good to hear that, May. Okay, well done. Okay, so lots of people all putting their answers in. Very good. Let's see what people are writing on Facebook. Let's see who was paying attention on Facebook. And Meso Duster, are you using the materials as well? The mock exam, 6 mock exams and all of the video course materials that you won? Please let me know. Is it helping you? Yeah, Juliet, paid course. Kathleen, paid course. Yeah, go around a study plan being consistent. Follow one teacher. Yeah, follow one teacher, said Nazreen. Consistency, study plan. Jasmine, consistency. Jasmine, consistency, one teacher, study plan, get a paid course, get a study partner. Absolutely. Fantastic. Okay. One thing that has been brought to my attention recently, I don't know if Kumar from OET World is in the session, but it would have been good if he was in here. I don't see him inside, but I wanted to bring you in, Kumar. But anyway, I'm going to share my screen again. I want to make sure that this doesn't happen to students. We have received many reports recently that there are a lot of scams for OET and for IELTS, for that matter, going on in Facebook groups and things like that. And we want to remind everyone to be very, very careful who you pay your money to. Okay, there's some good companies and some good teachers out there, but there's also some bad ones as well, particularly those teachers who are giving their WhatsApp number inside Facebook groups and saying, please message me, because they are giving wrong advice to students. And unfortunately, a lot of students are paying money to these teachers and they're not actually teachers. They're just stealing your money and then they're not helping you and they're just disappearing and you don't hear from them again. They change their phone number and you don't know where they are. Maybe they are using fake accounts to message students to say, you know, I'm one of this ABC teacher's students and I passed my exam, I got 4 A's or whatever it might be. Be very, very careful because like I said, I've had lots of messages from students who have told me that they've been scammed by these bad teachers, and OET World have been telling me about this problem as well. So if you have had this problem with, and this has happened to you, please let me know in the chat box. We can spread the word and make sure that these people who are doing this are not doing this to good people like all of you on Zoom, you know, good, hardworking medical professionals who just want to achieve their dreams, and some people are cheating them out of their money. We do not want to see this at all. So that's why I wanted to mention this because, yeah, they are not teachers, just scammers, said Tausif. I agree. Tausif, you are one of our VIP students. Good to see you here today. But yet they are just scammers, and we want to make sure. So on OET World, they have committed to make sure that we can delete those people. Do not take lessons from people who put their WhatsApp number in Facebook groups and things like that. It's just that kind of thing. Good quality teachers don't do that. They have a website, or they have they have a school, or you can contact them in the normal ways, but not from WhatsApp numbers, because they, like I said, they're just changing their number after you've paid, and then you can't hear, you can't find out where they are, or they've got no materials for you, and they've just taken advantage of you. So be very, very careful of that. Okay, so next thing, briefly, I'm going to mention our paid OET intensive course. We've done this challenge for many, many, many months, and this is specifically for students who've got their exam on Saturday next week. If you've got your exam February 23rd, then message me in a week or two, and we'll be doing another one of these courses. So if you are looking for that last minute support that you need before your examination, and you want help with speaking corrections, writing corrections, reading, listening, mock exams, all of the support that we can give you, as well as our brand new benchmark exam to test your level, then I'd love to see you in our program. And you can see here that it's for students who are taking their exam 2nd of February. And like I said, you'll get all the mock exams that you need, the writing corrections from our UK OET teachers, all the tactics and the theory from our video courses to help you achieve your grade A or grade B. And we have improved the package a lot recently. So now we've got, for the intensive members, 6 full mock exams. So our teachers have been working really hard on those. We'll also give you our model answer video course with model answers telling you how you can get those grade A, how you can provide those grade A answers based on the video course material. So we'll show you sample answers and how you can replicate those as well. We're going to be having speaking group classes next week with my teachers and I, where we'll do role plays with you. We'll give you feedback and the corrections that you need, as well as our benchmark and mock exams. So we've got 2 packages for doctors and for nurses. So you can see, if you want to take a photograph, if you're on your laptop or if you're on your phone, just take a photograph of the screen and you can see the difference between the 2 packages. So we give, for the $99 OET intensive course, we're going to give you 8 letter corrections from our teachers, 1 speaking live class, our writing model answer video course, and you will get 1 set of mock exams for reading, writing, listening, and speaking, and that's $99. And then for our OET intensive course, complete course for reading, writing, listening, speaking, we'll give you 16 letters, so you can post 2 or 3 per day. Speaking live group classes, we'll give you 3. We've got all of these courses, writing model answer video course, all of our OET courses, self-study courses, our bank of OET grade A sample letters, our speaking group class course, so you can watch the recordings that we've done of previous classes, our benchmark exam, and you've got access to 6 full mock exams. So all of these features of the complete OET intensive course will be available until you pass, but the letters, you need to use them before February the 2nd. But we want to help you as much as possible until you pass. The $99 package will give you everything that you need until your exam February 2nd. And I'm hoping that if you go through and do all the work and you put into all the things that I mentioned today, study plan, following one teacher, being consistent, etc., all of those things, then you will only need to take this exam once and you'll pass first time. So, of course, we don't guarantee that, but it depends on how hard you work and how much you follow all of the tips and the guidance that we provide to you. So that is our OET intensive course. If you've got any questions about it, then stay on the Zoom call. If you want to email me, alex at swooshenglish.com. I am going to provide you with the link. By the way, the doctors and the nurse course is exactly the same. And this is the link. If you want to take a photograph, swooshenglish.com/1 week. I'll put this link in the chat box as well, and you can have access to that. But if you're just here for the free class, then that's fine as well. You know, if you're already with another school or teacher, then that's no problem at all. But for any students who do want that support from us, they like our strategies and tips I provided today, then of course I'd love to see you in our program. So I'll put this link on, I've just put the link swooshenglish.com/1 week on Zoom, and then on Facebook I am going to put that in. And if you are, I'm just going to post this now. If you've got any questions, if you're on Zoom, I'm going to stay around and answer some questions. 1 week. Okay, and okay, I've just put the link on our Facebook, in the chat area on Facebook. So that's pretty much everything today. And like I said, all of the tips that we've provided you, I will just quickly go back to this screen. So if you want to take a photograph of these tips that we've provided you, let me go to the other page. If you want to take a photograph of the tips, be consistent, have a study plan, follow one teacher, have a study partner, get a paid course with materials and teacher feedback, especially on writing and speaking. Just take a quick photo of that. Okay. If you want to take out your phone, and then next one, if you want to take a picture of this screen too, then highly recommend you do that. But this video will be available on Facebook again later. So if you want to watch it again later, then you can do that as well. So if you take a photo of that. So like I said, that's our 1 week intensive course. I'd love to see you on it and help you to achieve your dreams of becoming a doctor or nurse in the UK. If you want to take a photograph of the link, swooshenglish.com/1 week. That's everything. If you want to contact Anupama, for example, if you're an Indian student or you cannot afford, if you want to have face-to-face classes with Dr. Anupama, you're living in Kerala, which is a huge place, a huge state for nurses and doctors in India. You want to have face-to-face classes and you prefer those to online, and you want to have a lot of her help. She's got a lot of experience in helping students get A's and B's. Then just take a photograph of her screen. If you want online classes, but you cannot afford our package prices and you want some cheaper classes and more affordable classes, then exactly call Dr. Anupama or send her an email so you can take a picture of her. She's the only other teacher that I personally recommend because I've seen the results her students get and I know she gives good quality lessons. So that's it from us here at Swoosh English. Thank you very much for coming along to the class today. Hopefully you got a lot out of the class, okay? And I am hoping you pass your examination in February, whether it's February the 2nd or whether it's February the 23rd or whenever you've got your exam in future. So thank you very much for coming along, everyone, and let's hope you achieve your dreams of becoming a doctor or nurse in the UK very, very soon. If you've got any questions on the intensive course, I am going to stay around in the Zoom class, but from everyone who's watching on Facebook, thank you very much for coming along today and good luck with your OET preparations. Okay, so thank you very much to everyone on Zoom. If you've got any questions at all, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. So we've still got quite a lot of people here. Jyoti, Letitia, thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend. I'll make my study plan now. I'll create my study plan, not make. Many thanks, Alex, said Florette. Let's have a look and see what people are saying. My hospital wants me to send them your link. Oh, I feel it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let me know which hospital you work for as well. I know you're in the UK. You've got I remember you've got a very nice English accent, probably better than mine, as I recall. Thanks, Alex. It's very informative. I do realize my mistakes now. You're very welcome, Novi. And let's see. Can we take the intensive course for the 23rd of February test? Yeah. I mean, you can take the intensive course now if you want to, Noah, but we are running that course again in the next week or so. So if you want to pre-book the 23rd of February test, you want to use all of the mock exams and the video courses now, and you want to use your writing corrections for the 23rd of February test, or you want to use them now, it's up to you, then you can definitely do that. Access until you pass, does this mean it's unlimited until you pass? Yeah, correct, Novi. Tausif, do you have a package for pharmacists? I thought you were a doctor, Tausif. Is this a different Tausif Patel I'm thinking of? Or is this for a friend? We don't have a package for pharmacists. We have reading and listening, of course, which is the same. So if they want to have mock exams, okay, if they want to have mock exams with us, then we can definitely help. But also our reading and listening video courses too. Fuja, how to improve the reading subtest. Get some materials, Fuja. We've got our mock exams. We've got our video courses. We've got our live classes. We've got lots of help for you. Lara said, thanks. I would like to know if you have a course for more than 1 week. I want to try March 16th. Yes, Lara, you can go to, are you a doctor or a nurse? I'm guessing you're a doctor because you said about a doctor friend before. Let me know if you're a doctor or a nurse. But we do have unlimited packages. If you've got your exam in March or April, I can tell you more about the packages we have for that. Tausif, yeah, I know you, Tausif. I think you're talking about, oh, your brother-in-law's a pharmacist. Okay. Thank you, sir, said Mina. So you can take the February 2nd pack if we want to do the exam on the 23rd. Yeah, absolutely. AR. Yeah, if you want to do that. Lara, just follow that link, AR, that I put in before, swooshenglish.com/1 week. Lara's a nurse. Okay, Lara. So let me see if I can bring you into the class because it might be easier just to speak to you. Okay, let me know, Lara, if you can see my request for you to come in. Hello, Lara. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Hi. Very good. Did you learn anything from today?
Yeah, the first thing, have a study plan.
Okay. Okay. So you went to promise to have a study plan moving forward, yeah?
Yes, I was doing right now, thinking how to do it, how
yes.
to join.
Implementation.
Yes,
Implementation is what will help you to pass your exam. Because I always say to students, I can give you all the information, step one, but if you don't have the implementation, the execution, as we say, you're not going to pass. You need a combination of the two, the theory and the practice. Information, implementation. The action is the implementation. So very good. I like to hear that. Lara, so you're a nurse. Have you taken the exam before?
twice.
Ah, okay. And how did you prepare previously?
The first time it was with E2 languages, but I think that it was not enough for me. I think my English, the level is not enough in that moment. And the second time I got one teacher, one-to-one, and one teacher from India, both at the same time. So I think the combination of both made me suffer more than anything else.
You realize one teacher is best, yeah?
Yeah, I know. I have learned.
Okay. I'm glad. And you know, we have to we don't have to punch ourselves, hit ourselves for making mistakes, as long as we learn from those mistakes. I think that's the main thing, you know, because no one leads a perfect life. We all make mistakes, so it's all about how we learn from those. So don't worry that you've taken the exam twice. You've learned a lot in the process, and I'm sure your English has improved since you.
Actually, I had passed the reading, so that's good for me. I mean, at least I have one thing that I say, oh, I have improved. Thank you. I have done something good. But it was the less skill I have prepared previously. Okay. So I don't know how I did.
Okay. So Lara, yeah, I mean, what areas are you struggling in?
Well, to be fair, I don't know, because speaking, I got C+, so my teacher said probably it's because you were nervous. So I need to learn how to keep calm before to the test. But for example, listening for me is very hard. I don't know why. Yes, I don't know if because I am using a material, for example, that is not very accurate. So okay. I don't know what is happening. Okay, but I think that my main problem is the listening. For the reason I use in IELTS at the same time to get used to write at the same time I am listening to get the technique.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would use non-exam materials if you want to improve your listening, as well as OET listening exam materials. But I wouldn't use IELTS listening materials, because it can get a bit confusing because you're trying to practice for one exam with exam materials for a completely different exam. So I would personally recommend you not to do that. Some teachers might say yes, do it, but I personally don't think that's a good idea, because in the real exam you'll get confused with the format. You're thinking about the time limits of IELTS exam and the time limits for the OET exam, and it just gets confusing. So so Lara, you've got your exam in March, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. And the mock exam materials. Have you done the official OET exam materials as well as your previous teacher's exam materials?
Yeah.
Okay.
They give me when I have the book. I have the book that is from OET.
Right.
The website, from the
Right.
website.
And did you the materials that you got from your teacher? You don't need to mention the name, but were they easier than the real exam or the same level?
Listening, for example, the part A is harder because, for example, in the official OET, they don't ask for medication, or they give you enough time to write everything. And here is like 2 gaps talking about results or the kind of illness that they are very difficult. But the part B and C, I find that they are easier than in the OET official. Yes, it's crazy. I know.
All right. Okay. So it's about getting mock exam materials that are on the similar level of difficulty, if not perhaps a little bit harder than the real exam. I mean, because we've got a lot of our students who've taken our mock exam materials. They've said that they think our exams are a little bit harder, which I almost think is better, because the more you're prepared for the difficult exams in the practice, then you go in your real exam, you think, oh wow, this is a lot easier. And I'll say the same thing for speaking, that all of our speaking practice we do in a group class scenario, which means that you have to do your speaking in front of other students, because they can give you feedback as well as what they think you did right, what you did well and what you can improve. But also it builds your confidence as well, because if you can do it in front of many students, you can do it in front of one person on the exam day. I always say, because I follow boxing, and I say in training you fight hard. Train hard, and then in the real exam fight easy. So make sure your preparation is challenging and difficult, and in the real exam, make sure you'll find that the exam is a lot easier than what you prepared for. So that's important. What I'll do is I'll share screen. I'll show you how we can help nurses, and the same for doctors as well. If you're a person who's not got your exam next week.
I have a friend that she wants to help me, but she's doctor. She's from America, but I don't know if it was. I think that she's going to correct the grammar. She's not going to correct for example, in the speaking. They are looking for as well empathy. Yeah. They are looking for more.
Yeah, she doesn't know the exam structure. She doesn't know what is required to get an A or a B. She might be a native speaker, and she might be a doctor, but she doesn't know the OET exam. I don't know what's happened.
She can help me, getting better with my grammar, with everything.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, she'll definitely be able to help, but just not everything that you'd want. I don't know what's happened to my. Okay. So I posted the link inside the chat box. I don't know what's happened to my screen. What's happened? Oh, my screen has gone crazy.
Do you have the information in the website?
I just posted. Yeah, if you look on our website. Oh, I don't know what's happened. Is my screen flashing?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, it's gone crazy. Why has it gone crazy now? But anyway, Lara, you've seen the link. Okay, it's better now. If you've seen the link on the in the chat box, in these packages, you can either choose a monthly subscription, so you pay month by month, or you can pay for one-time payment, and it's an unlimited package until you pass. So you've got all of our mock exams, all of our video course materials, our live classes, our writing corrections. We give unlimited writing corrections until you pass. So we're giving you a letter bank with grade A and grade A answers that you can look at. So lots, all of the live lesson recordings as well. So our classes on Tuesdays and Fridays for nurses are at, are you living in the UK?
Yeah, I am living in the UK.
Okay, what, 1:30 p.m. every Tuesday and Friday. But don't worry if you cannot go to all of the live classes, because we provide the recordings of all the classes to our students.
If I told you I have left my job just to pass the test, so
wow,
yeah.
Really? So you
My
are
partner
very,
is.
very serious and committed. So you'll be able to come to those classes on Tuesdays and Fridays, basically. Yeah, we've got a reading. Our reading and listening class starts now. It's 1:30 now, so that's going on right now. But Lara, I've got to speak to some other students. But yeah, I'd love to help you pass. Send me an email, alex@swooshings.com, if you're not sure about anything. But just check that link. Alex,
The 1 week, the link from 1 week that you have.
No. I just posted the link. I don't think the 1 week package is suitable for you. I think you need another package. Look at the link I put in the chat box. You'll be able to see that one in there.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, here. I don't know how to see chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For nurses and your email. Okay.
Exactly.
Me. Perfect.
Fantastic, Lara. I'm more than happy to help you and help you to pass on your third attempt. Okay.
I hope, because
you can do it. You can do it.
I hope. I need.
Okay. All the best, Lara.
A lot.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Lara. Look forward to helping you. Okay, so now AR says, how many practice materials are in the $199 pack, especially for reading and listening, as you need to practice to get this score B? Yeah, so you're going to get 6 full mock exams on our learning platform, AR. It'll be a timed exam as well, so you'll be able to do it just like the real examination. Let me go back. I'll show you that in a minute. Samsung, my exam is going to be on February 23rd, I think you mean. But still, I haven't booked my exam because I'm not sure about my preparation. Should I take an intensive course, or what is your advice? I wouldn't, if you don't know if you're ready, I wouldn't book it for 22nd of February, okay? I would be giving your, I think, Lara, you can give your advice to Fazana to not book your exam if you don't know you're ready or not. Do a course first, get some corrections on your writing and speaking, and see what your teacher is telling you about your score. Then you can go ahead and book your exam with more confidence. But don't book it so quickly if you don't know if you're ready or not, because you are not a good person to decide whether you're ready or not. A teacher is the best person to tell you whether they think you're ready. Would you agree with that, Lara?
Yeah, but a good teacher, please.
What, sorry?
A good teacher.
A good teacher, yeah, exactly. You have to be careful, as I said before, about good and bad quality teachers. I've got to go in a minute, everybody, but if you've got any questions for me at all about the program, and before I go, I am going to show AR what was included in those package. But if you've got any questions at all, I'm more than happy to help anyone. Let me go back to our screen here, and just, you can take a photograph of what's included, but you can have a look on the 1 week challenge package. So this $199 package you mentioned that you were looking at, AR, it's got 6 full sets of mock exams. So the reading and listening mock exams, after you've taken the exam, you'll get a score. Then you'll also get our analysis videos. So these exam videos will tell you, our teachers present them. Our UK OET teachers will tell you how you can improve your performance based on the exam you just took. And we're going to give you our brand new OET benchmark exam, which you get a score immediately for reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And you get all of the other things that I mentioned, the video courses, the speaking live classes, 3 classes, 16 corrections, all of these things. So everyone, thank you so much for coming on today. I'm very hungry, so I'm going to go and get my lunch now. And I hope you all go and get your food or lunch or whatever it is. Get your study plans down and be consistent with your learning and follow one teacher. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great weekend wherever you are in the world right now. And I look forward to helping you pass.